So after self-control, for number 6, we have his witnesses. That
His
we
witnesses.
are to be his. So for this lesson, what is the object here, the main thing you're trying to convey?
The object here, the purpose for this lesson is to understand that our story, okay, is a witness of God's story. And as His witnesses, all we really are ultimately are trophies of His grace, trophies of His mercy. All we're doing is testifying, witnessing to the goodness of God, the transformative power of God. And we have to remember that, not turn our message into our message,
His message into
but
ours,
really
right?
it's His message.
Right.
And so I have to say this to our church and to you. I've been asked a lot of times to give my testimony. So many times the last 5 years, because people think it's compelling. This guy was incarcerated, you know what I mean, yada, 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 and that you can really see and feel it's tangible, the change in his life. The problem with that is that makes the testimony about me. My witness is just to him. And my story, although it has different specifics, is really the story in the Bible.
Right.
The story of Paul, the story of David, the story of the disciples. Your story and my story is really the same. If you break it down to the bare bones, the outline, we were sinners. We realized we couldn't save ourselves, and we put our trust in Jesus, and then a change started. That's the same for everybody. That's our witness,
Right.
is God's work, not our own. I know testimonies are great, and I don't mind giving mine. But when people testify of themselves over what God is doing in them and in everybody else, there's a problem with that.
I agree.
So this is a big shout out in this quarterly that, hey, remember what our mission is. We're witnesses of His grace, of His work, of His transforming power, not the fact that we were recipients of it. The only reason we talk about receiving that transformative power, that grace, is because it testifies of His grace, of His power, not because it's anything of ourselves. And so this is just a warning and an invitation to people to remember to get on board with the mission of witnessing for Him and what His message is.
Right. Excellent.